There is no doubt in my mind, as I'm down here in sunny Orange County today, we are starting to see the end in sight. And for the people out there, your friends, your family members, people who are completely comatose, who are in those bubbles, like many of the people out here today, the end is in sight and we are starting to see it. These people who tell you that governments can't go broke, that currencies can't be brought to zero, they are fooling themselves. They are being lied to. They are fools. Throughout history, there's never been a fiat currency that stood the test of time. Throughout history, governments have gone bankrupt and broke. And if you think the US government can't do it, I'm here to tell you right now, the US government is broke and bankrupt right now. Your dollar still has some buying power. Take the opportunity and buy assets now. The last time the destructive forces of an end of credit cycle coincided with trade protectionism was in October 1929. They were the driving factors behind the Wall Street crash and the subsequent depression. So I'm not here to advocate that you go out and buy gold or silver or cryptos or anything like that. What this article that was on Zero Hedge today, and I was just paraphrasing through it, what it is explaining to you is that governments can go broke, and if you don't have an alternative other than these fiat currencies that are backed by nothing, you are going to suffer severe consequences. You need to be looking at alternatives. Gold, silver, and for the crypto people out there, it's another option. I'm a gold silver guy. If you don't hold it, you don't own it. I'm a hard, tangible asset human being. But whatever the case may be for you, I have no issue with people diversifying into cryptos, but I certainly, as you know, believe you better be holding hard assets like gold and silver, because governments can go broke. Fiat currencies have never stood the test of time. They can go broke. They are backed by nothing at this point, and their buying power is less and less as we continue to see the world dumping US treasuries and US dollars. This is a warning. The metal's got a pullback today, but we've seen what they've been doing in the last few weeks here, and what it's been happening in the bond market. Listen, at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, debt is going to be the killer here. We are acquiring so much massive debt throughout the globe, it can never be paid back. You need to be owning hard assets, gold and silver. I just want to go over a couple quick notes before I leave, guys. A couple articles I read, and here I am in Southern California. Some of the wealthiest people here in Southern California, in Orange County, South Orange County at the coast. As I speak here right now, one of the wealthiest cities in America, Los Angeles County, 80,000 homeless people. 12% increase since last year. Skid Row now is flowing over into parts of Orange County. It's flowing into San Bernardino. It's flowing into San Diego. It's flowing into Riverside. Skid Row now is flowing all over Southern California. You don't have to go to Skid Row to see Skid Row. It's coming to you. So while we worry here in California about plastic straws, plastic bags, and how we're going to feed people from around the world, your cities now are going to be invaded by people who shouldn't be here, and invaded by thousands and thousands of homeless people who can no longer get help, who are sleeping on the streets, because we're too concerned, again, about plastic straws, plastic bags, and people from third world countries invading this country. This is our main concern now. Not you, not the taxpayer. We're concerned about these things. We're concerned about people who shouldn't even be here while our fellow Americans are sleeping on the streets. The people in these areas that I've been at this week at the coast, these problems are invisible to most people with lots of money because they have an invisible wall. It's called wealth, it's called money. Cities like Newport Beach, Laguna Beach, Corona del Mar don't have these kind of situations because they price these type of people out. They've priced the average man out. So the average man is going to continue to see the problems with the homeless epidemic, the average man living paycheck to paycheck, the average man dealing with the invasion in his neighborhood. But out here, these people have an invisible wall. Even though they don't want to talk about walls, the invisible wall is wealth, it's money. It keeps the average invader out. So they don't have the same type of problems. So 90% of America now is going to have to deal with these issues. But you know, that top 1%, the top 0.01%, they don't deal with the same type of issues that the average man has to. The average person's living in reality, while the guy worth $100 million, $1 billion, $10 billion, the heavy hitters out here, they don't deal with the same type of problems. These problems are invisible. Quickly, real estate, San Francisco Bay Area, from last June to this June, down 8.1%. Sonoma County down 6%. Napa down 4.6%. Santa Clarita down 3.6% this June compared to last June. Question, what happens when this foreign money starts drying up? As we're starting to see the Asian markets in trouble, not coming over here and investing in these real estate markets like they were. What happens when the Middle Eastern money starts drying up? What are we going to see? What happens when the buying slows down in these cities like Newport Beach, Laguna Beach? Now, a lot of people have commented to me that these places are immune. It's never going to happen. But what we know, China has massive debt. They're taking a hard hit in this trade war right now. They're buying a lot less real estate. What's going to happen in the luxury retail market like Fashion Island, like South Coast, if the Chinese and the Asian markets aren't here investing this money? It's something that I think we really have to think about. It's reality. Everything is fine until it isn't. Another article I read this morning on Zero Hedge, freight shipments in the U.S. fell across all modes of transportation. This includes trucking, rail, air, and barge. Shipping fell 5.3% in June compared to last June. So again, people are going to blame this on e-commerce, Amazon, but they all ship with all these modes, and it's down 5.3%. We are seeing the global slowdown taking place right now. Here's another one. JCPenney is on the brink of bankruptcy yet again. $4 billion in debt with $1.5 billion available in revolving credit. They're in huge trouble. Their shares, their stock today was under $1. When I checked around 12 a.m., it was 90 cents. They're going to close another additional 19 stores this year, and they say they may have to close more if that does not help. This is another anchor store that you see at your local malls. What happens when a big store like JCPenney's goes down? It's going to take many, many more of the smaller surrounding stores at that mall. So another American icon going down, massive debt, and again, a lot of these retail stores took the easy money when we had low rates or 0% interest rates, and now as things are slowing down, rates go up a little bit, they cannot handle it, and so they cannot pay this money back, and so debt is the killer. Too many of these companies borrowed money that they cannot pay back, and we are going into a downturn. Just the beginning, as we're going to see thousands and thousands of more stores close in 2019. So guys, I'm going to wrap it up right here, but before I go, here's another issue that we're going to be hearing a lot more about. In the last 48 hours, we've gotten a little bit closer, and I hate to say this, to World War III. Hopefully this is all going to be avoided, but Iran has captured a couple British tankers. An Iranian drone was shot down by the U.S. And as Iran is seizing tankers and having drones shot down, this escalates the problem just a little bit more. The U.S. is deploying 500 more troops into Saudi Arabia, so the problem is heating up a little bit. Hopefully cooler heads will prevail and this will be avoided. but it's something to think about. This is why I'm telling every one of you that you really need to be awake and be following what's going on. If we break into a war, this can rock the market. This Jeffrey Epstein thing and the names coming out could rock the market. There's so many things. We got a retail apocalypse. We got massive debt, household, corporate, county, city, government debt just going through the ceiling. Is this a good time to be preparing, protecting yourself, protecting your families? Indeed, it is. Things look good out here. The sun's out, the planes are flying around, it all looks good. But at the end of the day, this can end in the blink of an eye. Make sure you're preparing, make sure you put some cash, some assets away, and most of all, make sure you're educating yourself and paying attention to what's going on, because you do not know what you're gonna wake up to tomorrow. God bless every one of you. God bless America. Talk soon.